Eli McFadgen Senior speech. And first give a warm welcome to his mom, Nicole Johnson, and girlfriend, Jordan Woods. Alright, so let me introduce Eli McFadgen. He's a standout on and off the court, all-region, all-state basketball player. Eli has put in the hard work, the dedication, and the passion to make his mark in the game. Now, as he steps into his senior year, he's here to share something beyond stats and scores. Today, Eli brings us back to the roots, with a special focus on the history of basketball. A journey from the early days of peach baskets to the fast-paced game we know and love today. His knowledge and respect for the sport run deep, and we're in for a memorable look at how basketball has evolved over the years, shaping players, teams, and fans alike. Let's give it up for Eli McFadgen as he takes us through the story of the game that's become his life.
I would like to thank Mr. Miller for the incredible introduction and for being the best advisor I could ask for the past few years. I would like to thank my family, friends, teachers, coaches, and classmates for pushing me to be a better person each day. Basketball is one of the most popular sports around the world, and it has an interesting history going back to December 1891. A college teacher named James Naismith had a problem on his hands. He could not keep his students under control during the cold winter in Springfield, Massachusetts. They were forced indoors and had way too much energy with no way to release it. Baseball and football were too risky to play in the gym, and it was too cold to do so. The school wanted Naismith to create a new game for the kids to play. Naismith thought of a game he played when he was young, where he had to shoot a rock in a basket. He came up with a perfect idea. A game where two teams throw a ball at a target, and the team that made the most wins. He called this new game basketball. The game started with 13 original rules. The early rules of the game of basketball have some important guidelines. The ball can be thrown or batted in any direction with one or both hands, but players cannot strike it with the fist. Players are not allowed to run the ball. They must throw it from the spot where they catch it, although there are allowances made for players who run at full speed. Physical contact that is not allowed includes acts like shouldering, holding, pushing, tripping, or striking opponents. Any strike with the fist or violation of the rules detailed counts as a foul. A goal is scored when the ball is thrown or batted into the basket and remains there. These rules will have a lasting impact on the sport of basketball. To ensure the game stays safe and competitive, fair play, good ball handling, and not allowing physical contact are essential. Even though many rules have evolved over the years, the key ideas have not changed. They make sure throughout the play that skill, strategy, and good sportsmanship is emphasized. This approach helps for a well-organized and engaging experience for both players and fans, making games more interesting to watch and to be a part of. The equipment Naismith first used was 2 peach baskets and a soccer ball. He hung the baskets at each side of the gym, 10 feet above the ground. Naismith threw the ball for the first tip-off on December 21st, 1891. Over the years, there have been major rule changes to the game of basketball. I am just going to share a few noticeable ones because there are a lot of them. There used to be no set team size. Early games were typically played with 9 players because Naismith usually had 18 players show up to class. But in 1897, 5 players became the required team size. To begin with, players were not allowed to go or come back in the game. This rule changed in 1920, which allowed players to re-enter the game one time. The rule was changed again in 1934, allowing players to sub in a limited number of times during the game. The original peach basket slowed down the game a lot because every time a basket was made, it had to be retrieved by someone. The peach baskets were first replaced in 1892 by heavy woven wire rims. Then 1 year later, in 1893, those were then replaced by cast iron rims. This increased the tempo of the game and allowed for more buckets to be made because of the free-falling ball. In 1954, the NBA added a 24-second shot clock. This ended the delay of the game because teams would try to hold the ball to waste time on the clock. In 1985, after the game between USC versus UCLA took place, the NCAA added a 45-second shot clock because players were sitting down during the game. It was later reduced to 35 seconds. In 1949, coaching was officially allowed during the game. Before this time, coaching was not allowed during the game or timeouts. They could only talk to the players at halftime. The The three-point line was added into the NBA in 1979. The NCAA did not add it until 1986, and high school basketball added it 1 year later. On June 17, 1976, the National Basketball Association announced the merging with their rival, the American Basketball Association. The NBA took on the ABA's four most successful franchises, including the San Antonio Spurs, Indiana Pacers, Denver Nuggets, and the New York later Brooklyn Nets. The ABA was founded in 1967 for areas not served by the NBA. The commissioner for the ABA was the former basketball star, George Mikan. The ABA was supposed to be more entertaining, high-scoring foreign basketball compared to the NBA. They also introduced a brand new white and blue ball. The ABA tried promoting players with exciting nicknames like Dr. J. Irving and George the Iceman Irving. Although these were great innovations, the ABA had a lot of bad business choices. One of them including not being able to copyright the red, white, and blue ball that was selling like crazy in the 70s. They were not able to get major audiences, and the population of the ABA cities was less than half that of the NBA cities. The ABA just could not make enough money to survive on its own. Basketball players have a great impact both on and off the court. They inspire fans with their play on the court while also giving back to their communities through activities and being positive role models. One of these players being my glorious king, the best basketball player to ever touch the sport of basketball, LeBron James. The LeBron James Family Foundation was founded in 2004, first gaining attention by giving away bikes and backpacks. Then eventually created his public school named the I Promise School, serving just around 575 third through 8th graders. Today, the school includes a family resource center that provides community resources for parents, including mental health, legal aid, and GED courses. Down the street from the school, the foundation provides rent-free housing up to as many as 16 different families who need it, and plans to build 50 affordable units of housing. Another one of these players is Michael Jordan, one of the greatest players of all time. His skills and love for the game made him a household name. When Jordan first made a name for himself in the late 80s, he brought unseen skill. Jordan also has one of the best work ethics there is. Jordan's influence went way past his playing career. He became a global star while also having many endorsement deals. One of the most humble ways Jordan inspired people around the world is through the sneaker culture. In 1984, Nike signed a young Michael Jordan. Their goal was to create a signature shoe that would revolutionize the sneaker industry. The Air Jordan 1 immediately made a statement both on and off the court. It was the first basketball shoe to in fact be named for not being standards. While Jordan's career kept inclining, so did his signature shoe. The Air Jordan brand not only played an impact for basketball players, but people off the court too. They made their way to pop culture. Rappers, actors, and celebrities love these sneakers, making it one of the biggest fashion statements. Jordans have been in TV shows like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Will Smith's character is seen rocking the great Air Jordan 5s. Jordan sneaker also impacted streetwear culture and hip-hop culture in the 90s. Rappers like Jay-Z and Ice Cube will reference Jordan's career and lyrics and wear sneakers in music videos. The NBA continues to increase international exposure in places like Europe, Asia, and Africa. More and more incredible international players like Giannis and Jokic are becoming more common amongst the NBA. There are even NBA global games now in London, Paris, Tokyo, Mexico City, and Africa. This has not only had an impact on player and fan base viewership worldwide, but has also had a significant impact on the development of various foreign sponsorships and collaborations throughout the league. Through sports, the arts, and physical exercise, people can be inspired. Racial and political barriers can be broken down, and discrimination can be fought against. Basketball is a unifying activity that, like many other sports, goes beyond national boundaries and cultural differences. It allows people from all different types of backgrounds to interact, unite, and communicate with one another, while also getting rid of barriers and encouraging peace. Thank you.